everyone, and welcome back to my channel. As promised, we are going to do a craft video today, and I had said to you that I was going to do a pom-pom wreath. So here's the wreath that I'm going to use, just a wreath from Poundland, and as you can see I've got a little crochet flower on there that I made. Now, I'm going to make a couple more of those and I'm going to put them on with the pom-poms. Now, I haven't decided how I'm going to put them together yet, so that's something I'm going to do with you. But firstly, I'm going to make a pom-pom. Now, back in the day, let me put that down a minute. Back in the day, we made pom-poms with 2 pieces of cardboard cut out in a circle. And yeah, they worked absolutely fine. You still got the same result, but they were a bit tedious at times. So now we have got these wonderful pom-pom makers, and I'm going to be using a pom-pom maker and showing you how they work. Now here we have this little packet here. Now these are from Poundland, so very inexpensive, and you've got 2 sizes of pom-pom you can make. You've got the smaller one, which is the blue one in the background there, and that is 3.5 centimetre. And then you've got the larger one at the front in the grey, which is a 5.5 centimetre. Now, I'm not going to use these ones today, although they're exactly the same as the other ones that I've got here, which were from Hobbycraft. I'm just going to find the other piece of this one. This is the larger one. And I'm actually not quite sure what size this is, and I should have measured it, but certainly it's the largest one I have, and it makes a pom-pom of this size, so quite large. So there's that one. Just put that to the side. Then we've got this one, which makes a pom-pom of that size there. I'll just put those to the side. We've got this one here, which makes this size pom-pom. And last but not least, we've got the smaller one here, which makes the little pom-pom there. So there we are. So I'm just going to get everything together and we'll come back and we'll make a pom-pom. So we're now going to get our pom-pom started. That can be quite tricky actually, I always think. So there we go. We're going to go around the 2 semicircles, winding. Now I've secured that little end there, I can get rid of that, although we do trim them at the end. So you're going to wind it around, and you don't have to be particularly tidy. Oh, I've just knocked that off. However, I do have a bit of a tidy mind and I like to keep mine sort of fairly tidy. Now at the end, as I say, we'll be trimming these, and so here we are, winding round. That's it. And when you get to the end, we're going to go back on ourselves. Now don't worry if there's a few gaps, because they will fill up as we go along. That's it, and just keep winding and winding. Right, I will go off camera now and finish winding this, because it is difficult to do on the camera. So I'm just going to keep winding round and round. Basically, you want to do it, well, I tend to sort of do it by eye really, which, you know, if you want a fluffier pom-pom, wind it round more, and if you want it not so sort of fluffy and big, then obviously you don't have to do it quite so much, but that's personal preference. What I like to do is just keep winding and winding, and what I'll always try and do is make sure that I wind back to the center here, because that is where you're going to then cross over and do the other side. So just finish winding here, come over here, wool, that's it, and there we go, and wind all the way back again. Right, just do a couple more, I think, there. That's it. And back to the centre. Right, so all we're going to do now is literally cross over and start doing the other side, and it'll be exactly the same. So I shall come back to you when I've got this side the same as this one. Okay, so I've done both sides the same, and now what I'm going to do is trim the wool, and we're going to pop these together to secure them like this. It's tricky to do on camera, things like this. There we go. And yeah, so that's secure like that. I'm going to cut a piece of my wool, fairly long. Get these bits out of the way. There we go, get that ready. Now, I don't know if you can see, but just inside there, where the two parts are, you've got the gap. That's where we're going to put our scissors and be cutting. So you're going to get your scissors, this is the tricky bit. Get your scissors in here. Now, it's a bit of a nightmare to get started. Depends what scissors you've got probably. These are not great, but they're okay. They're small. And once you get going, it's a lot easier. So we're going to cut all the way around our pom-pom, holding either side as a good tip. That's it. You want to make sure every little bit is cut into. There we go. And then you're going to go down the other side and do exactly the same. So once again, it's a bit of a devil to get going, but when you do, it's not so bad. There we go. So cut all the way around like so. Then we get our long piece of wool there, and we're going to pop it in between the gap of the pom-pom makers. I think there's one there I haven't cut, so I'll just cut that. Okay, that's cut now. So we're going to pull that all the way through, and you're going to tie a knot and pull it tightly. Then we're going to do a double knot and pull that tightly. Now, this is acrylic wool, so it shouldn't break, it's very strong. I like to take it back round the other side and do another couple of knots. Now that's just me, but I like to make sure that they're secure and they're not going to come undone, and yeah, do them quite tight. There we go. Once you've done that, chop those ends off, put to one side, and this is where the magic happens. So we're going to undo the little clasps that are keeping it together. This one is so good that I can't actually get it off. There we go. And you're going to open them up and you can take those off like that. And we've got our pom-pom. Now, you can probably see I've got a couple of little bits sticking out there, so you can trim those off. You're always going to get a few little bits and pieces. You can make it as tidy as you want to. Then we're going to take it between our hands, give it a little roll, and voila, there is your pom-pom. Now it's all ready to place onto the wreath. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to get the others that I've already made, and I will come back to you. So I thought I'd just show you this. I've sat down and made another flower, which is a little sort of daisy, and yeah, I've just popped it onto the wreath, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I think this would look lovely with flowers all the way round. But I have said I'm going to make a pom-pom wreath, but I thought I'd just give you a little update and show you what it looks like. So there's just an idea for you if you wanted to go ahead and crochet flowers and go all the way around, or just a few. I've also had a thought that these might be quite nice with some buttons in the middle, some fancy buttons, something like that. But I think the list is endless of what you can do. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on now and make some more pom-poms and probably some more flowers, and I will come back to you and we will assemble the piece. Okay, so I've got everything together now, and to be honest with you, I've been looking for my glue gun and I can't find it anywhere. I don't know what I've done with it, whether I've lent it to somebody or I don't know. So what I'm going to do, I am going to try this. Now it's a Pritt Craft PVA glue, and it says on the back that you can, or it's ideal for paper, card, fabric, wood, pasta and many other craft and household materials. So we're going to give it a go and see what happens. Now I know that, you know, you put in glue on these pom-poms, but this will be at the back and you won't see it. So let's just see if it works. I haven't tried this, so we're now about to find out. So there we go. I've just sort of made a bit of a gap there in the pom-pom, and I shall do a little dollop of the glue. It's quite sticky actually, it feels quite good. So I'm going to pop that in because I know I want the grey one there, and hold on to that. Say a little prayer. Well, it appears to have stuck, but whether it will stay firm and secure, we will have to wait and see, won't we? But I'm going to continue. So now I'm going to do the pink one. So I'm going to do the same. Put a little bit of the craft glue on there. At least you don't get all the sort of nasty stringy bits with this, which is something I don't like with a glue gun, but you know, you can't avoid it. So there we go. The pink one's on. So the flower is actually tied on, but for now I'm going to use the glue. So we're going to have another grey one now. So there again, pop a little bit of glue in there. I haven't used too much, about the size of a 5p piece. Now I'm going inside the actual wreath rather than going around the edge. Don't you dare fall off, little grey pom-pom. Okay, hopefully when it's dry they'll be nice and secure. So there we go, they're all on, and I think I'm going to leave it there for pom-poms for now. You certainly could go all the way around your wreath, and I may well do some more. I don't know, I may pop a white one on, we'll see. Anyway, so now I'm going to put a couple of the flowers on, and I think I'm going to have a white daisy, probably, I don't know, around the bottom there. Let's just have a quick look. Maybe a pink one there, maybe another little pink one there. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's not too bad, is it? And then we could maybe end up with the white there. Let me see. Right, okay. So I think I'm going to go with that. So let's put a little bit of glue on the back of that flower. There we are. Pop it in there. Now, of course, once it's dry, you can sort of fiddle about and make them look how you want them. Tidy them up a bit. So there's a pink one. That's actually feels like it's glued quite nicely. They're flatter, so it might be that they glue a bit better. Then we'll pop some glue on the back of that one. And I think I'm going to have that one about there, like so. I did say earlier maybe some little buttons in the middle of these would be quite nice. I might go and have a look and see what I've got. And then I'm just going to put this little pink one on. The buttons would probably stick on again with that glue, I'd imagine. And pop that on there like that. There we go. I don't know whether to put the white one in. You're probably screaming at the screen now, telling me yes or no. I think, I don't know. Shall I? Shan't I? Anyway, so there we are for now. Probably better flatter, isn't it? Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to hang it on the wall for you, and I shall take some footage so you can see what it looks like, and I'll also decide whether I'm going to put that white pom-pom on and any buttons, and I will be back. So I've just come back and I've managed to find some really pretty little pearls. So I was looking for buttons, but I found these and I thought they'd be really, really good. So I just put a little bit of glue in the middle of my flower there. And I'm just going to pop that on. And I actually think that looks really nice. So I'm just going to pop the others on now. Ooh, hope I haven't squirted too much out there. Probably could have done with a cocktail stick or something like that. Yeah, that's not too bad. I think that will dry clear anyway. So put some glue in this one. Take a little bit of that off my hand. There we go. Last one. This comes out a bit faster than I'd like, to be honest. There we go. Perfect. And pop that one in the middle there. So there it is. I think I'm going to stop there. However, while I've been making this, I've been having loads of ideas of things you can do. And I actually do a lot of polymer clay. And I thought you could put jewellery on these, old jewellery, beads, all sorts. You could make some little polymer clay pieces and put them on as well. And I just think it would look really, really nice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it, put it on the wall, do a little bit of footage for you. And there we have it, our pom pom wreath. And so here it is, the finished wreath. Now, I know that there are more crochet flowers and a butterfly than there are pom-poms, but as I said, you can literally go all the way around with your pom-poms if you wanted to. You could go all the way around with the flowers. I crocheted this little butterfly because I just thought that would be a little something different on there. And you could put pearls on the butterfly if you wanted to match the flowers. But that's just to give you a rough idea. And if you've got any comments in the comments section below, please do let me know. And also, I am more than happy to do some crochet tutorials for you, if that's something you think you'd like. I know some of you probably know how to crochet already, but for some beginners out there, if you'd like some sort of basic guidelines with crochet, please do let me know. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now.